Good morning. I didn't do my video last night, so I'm here this morning to record the review. So what's up, y'all? It's Kim Ray. This is Kim Ray Music TV, and I'm back with another Queen Sugar review. And tonight, or last night, it was deep. It was very deep. So big, like, huge congratulations to the cast, the writers, directors, Ava. My dog is eating, if y'all hear some slopping in the background. But, big congratulations, because y'all acted yourselves off. I mean, just acted. Bianca Lawson, ma'am, she did that. Do you hear me? So, let's get into a couple things here before I go to work. Work. Okay, so we got Charli and Nova on this. Nova's on this apology campaign, and she's on becoming more self-aware and realizing what it is that she does, her patterns of things. Vi is still she's not ready to accept that, which is, you know, I have my own issues with Vi. Just like when she was with old boy and, you know, real stubborn, and he's trying to show her how to use her watch, but then she ends up helping Darla in the end. I was like, okay, so Vi is obviously, like a lot of matriarchs we know, stubborn, still helpful, comforting, but strict, like I told y'all last week. So it's interesting to see her in these different settings where she has enough grace for this person, but not enough grace yet for that person, you know? So she's not there yet with Nova, and Nova's like, don't give up on me, you know, we're family. It's been months. And I was like, I didn't realize it's been months. But yeah, so Charli wants to thank Nova for, you know, helping her and saving her, essentially, from public embarrassment. And so they go on this retreat out in the woods where you need off spray. And I said, bruh, we couldn't have went to a spa for this. But yeah, they went out there. They got outhouses and they're in tents and stuff. And Charli's basically trying to understand Nova. Now, when you see these two black girls in the woods, I'm thinking they out there to squabble, okay? Good morning. Yes, good morning. I'm thinking they out there to squabble because Charli had this calmness in her voice. But like I was telling y'all in another video, it was like when you're so stressed and so defeated, like you don't even have enough energy to speak louder. Okay, so that's kind of what was going on with Charli. But you know, they get out there and we realize that Nova had all these experiences as a child from her perspective where she felt left out, felt cast down, felt talked about, felt, you know, all these things. And she remembers stuff that Charli doesn't remember. I didn't realize Nova was the big sister. So Charli is the middle child. So how does that work with Ralph Angel? I feel like we got the breakdown a long time ago, but I don't remember. But basically we see that these childhood experiences, like I tell you guys all the time, they make you who you are as an adult, and you don't forget these things. And so, you know, Nova putting out this book, she didn't feel no way about it because she had her own hurt and pain from the past that she never tapped into as hurt and pain. She didn't see nothing wrong with putting this information out because she's been hurt. So that's what I've been trying to say. Like, if they try to understand Nova's perspective of things, maybe they'll better understand why she put this book out. So, you know, Charli, I don't think she was shocked to hear the news, but she wasn't really apologetic because she felt like in her eyes it was something different. So we do see some closure. We do get some things out there. And, you know, Charli realizes, like, they don't really know each other. And that's the thing with a lot of sisters, you know. It's funny how everything works. You got the middle child and what they go through. You got the youngest and how they get treated, and the oldest who has to, you know, do all the protecting and how they get treated and maybe neglected and, you know, all these different things. And then when you get older, those start to manifest in your relationships. My sisters argue all the time. And even, I mean, they argued when we were kids, but now as we're grown, they still argue. And it'd be about grown topics now, okay? But, you know, my family used to say, I'm gonna throw y'all in a room and let y'all squabble, because you never, you know, you just don't know what it is. But it's like untapped things where maybe this one I had to wear hand-me-downs, and this one, you know, like you never know what it is, right? Okay, but we see them two on the men's. They're about to get it back together. So I wonder if, you know, it's gonna start with Charli and then everyone else will fall in line, because Charli is kind of like the leader. But Vi's not ready. And Hollywood ain't gonna be ready because of Vi. Ralph Angel, his stubborn self, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Okay, so Micah and Blue are out at the amusement park. We see this beautiful moment where cousin is mentoring cousin and kind of letting him know, you know, I know what it's like. It was almost like brotherly, but I know what it's like when your parents divorce and they're seeing other people. How do you feel about this? Or when your parents aren't together anymore, but you get extra gifts, you get extra love. And so, you know, Blue likes that side of it. He doesn't really express that he likes them together, but he does like her, and he sees that his dad really likes her, right? So this part kind of bothered me because it's kind of like what are Ralph Angel and Darla teaching their son if he don't know when they get out in a public place, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. So this bothered me, obviously, because I'm the oldest and I came up in a very independent household where we were given a set of rules, and when you got out in them streets, you knew them rules, okay? So Blue is like, what, 7 or 8? His part is 7 or 8. He's not talking in that little baby voice no more. I don't even think he carries around the little doll, so they really baby him. So it kind of annoyed me that he couldn't just turn around to Micah and say, I'm gonna go use the girls' bathroom, because the line's really long. But I mean, maybe, you know, because even how Micah was like, do you want me to go with you? I'm just like, Micah, you didn't have to turn your back all the way around. You know, just so many things. But obviously it's in the writing so that we can see this police moment. So, you know, when the police officer's asking for ID, I'm thinking, okay, this is a lost child. Obviously you need the ID, but what's going to be on the ID? Because we don't have the same last names. So then again, Blue, why are you still not speaking up and saying, that's my cousin? That annoyed me too, because Blue wasn't like crying or yelping or saying wait, or he just didn't say anything. And then the cop had to ask him, like, do you know him? And I'm just like, with kids like these, like, you didn't have no problem running in the house and saying, Dad, I was in the back of a police car today, but you couldn't speak up when the cop was, you know what I'm saying? So this taps into Micah's PTSD, and, you know, he gets around the men and they all can identify with that, and they're able to talk about those things. And Micah's just kind of tired. And, you know, it's just what black men have to go through, honestly. And you know, with me just moving here, within a year ago, I didn't even realize, like, we're actually in a bigger city. And so some nights, if my husband's not home, I don't go to sleep because I have like this, it's not trauma, but it's kind of like, I always feel like, let me make sure my black man is home. Let me make sure my black man's on the way. Like, I cannot get out of that mindset, and it sucks, but it's like, it's how you kind of have to be, because you just never know. We're veterans, so we have like veteran plates and stickers and stuff, so the cops know, like, we're good, you know, but it still sometimes is a lot. Okay, so let me see what else is in these notes. The guys are all talking about women, and that's when we hear Ralph Angel say that he's ready to make it official with Deesha. Now, if you like me, I've been wanted Rarla to get back together, because I feel like I've been saying, they have a lot of untapped stuff, and he really just broke up with her because he found out that Blue was not his. That's the only reason. They was all gung-ho and in love, and, you know, she felt like it was a responsible thing to let him know, and then he just took it upon himself to be like, well, I'm done because, you know, whatever. So that made me upset, because it's like, y'all were on a break, number one. All it takes is one time. Do you understand that? You know, all this time, maybe she had doubts that he wasn't yours, but, you know, they were trying to get back on the amends, and trying to make sure Blue was good because he was peeing in the bed, and then sobriety, and then, you know, you and your temper. So, I mean, I really felt where Darla was coming from back then. It was painful, but it's not the same Ralph Angel back then that we have now. Like, he wants to work through things, and he's learning to speak, which is why I feel like Deesha's imperative in his life, but I don't feel like she's supposed to stay long. Right? So, let's see. So we know Darla, we see her like trying to stay busy. And I applaud this character, Bianca Lawson, because she is Darla. Now, maybe not in real life, but she plays that part so well. But yeah, she's trying to do the laundry. She's trying to keep herself occupied, keep her mind on different things, keep it on Blue, right? And so her mom calls and says an old friend is in town and says that she really liked this friend. Now, you could tell by Darla's like behavior that she not trying to be around this friend because that friend's gonna put her in the same mindset that she was back then when she was, you know, on the drugs and drinking and partying all the time, and she's trying to become sober, and she really don't need to be in that place right now. So, you know, at one point, I mean, on one hand, I feel like Darla should have just spoke up for herself, like, nah, I'm good. And she tried to, but she ends up going to eat with this friend. I don't know what kind of friends y'all got, but most of my friends can read body language. When you talking to me and you see that, you know, I'm sad, I don't have like as much color, I'm talking low, I'm not really smiling when I'm talking to you, I'm telling you I don't party no more, yeah, your mom said you went dry, do you mind? Like, I would have got the check and I would have had to go. But see, the thing was, Darla is just so weak, and she needed to be there. She needed to hear that. So basically, we find out that Darla was essentially raped. And the whole thing about it is she don't remember it. She didn't remember there were two guys. And this friend, I'm thinking, with friends like these, who needs enemies? The fact that she watched her have sex with these two guys and didn't feel like it's uncharacteristic of my friend for this to be going down. Like, what is, you know, like in the Air Force, we have wingmen, okay? And your wingman is supposed to ensure that you don't even get in situations like that when you drunk. Like, I'm your eyes when you drunk, pretty much. Okay, so with that, Kobe, you're making my pants dirty. With that, it's kind of like, how did this friend not realize all the emotions that she's going through as she's recanting this story? And then on top of that, how are you not grown? Like, you ain't grown past this. You trying to look for somewhere to party? They got to be like mid-20s, right? So this turns into Darla finding her way to the bar and going in. Okay, I mean, shot after shot after shot, to the point where she's wandered out to the park where Vi is running, and I ain't ever known Vi to be physical, like as in running, but whatever. But she wanders out there, Vi finds her, they get back to the house, and it comes out, you know, what she's learned. And that was the pushing, that was the brink, the pushing point. And wouldn't it, you know, like, it makes sense that would be that. She literally didn't have nobody. Her mom told her to go see this friend that put her back in the same mindset. So they call Ralph Angel over there alone. And I was so ready for Ralph Angel to get in his feelings again and be like, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you, and that's about it. But make it about him. But he did not. He hugged her. He let her know it's not your fault. I got you, all this stuff. And then in the morning, you know, you could see that Darla wants him back. She needs him back. And I just was like, come on, Darla. Just come on. Just do it. Just do it, like Nike. Do y'all think they're going to get back together? Because one thing that I didn't like, which is what happens with these men, okay? He was, you know, he went over there to see his baby mama, essentially, and had plans with Deisha. Do you not have text messaging? Could you not text her and be like, hey, emergency with the kid's mom, with Darla. I'm on the way over there. Don't know how long it's going to take. Or even as he was there and realized what was happening, hey, ended up being over here much longer. Hope we can get up tomorrow. Like, communication is key. So the fact that he didn't do that annoyed me, because in the next episode, you know, we see like a little teaser where she's going to be like, do you have something to tell me? And women should never have to do that. Just say what it is. And then she could be understanding, because she too is someone who has a child, who has a baby father. She has all that, right? So it's interesting to me that Ralph Angel don't know how to text. We see this connection coming back together, because I said the only reason they broke up, like I said earlier, y'all know what I said. So now it's like, now that that's out, why can't you forgive? You see, in so many aspects, these people have problems with forgiveness. But I mean, it's a testament to us in life today. Like, a lot of people can forgive until this. And that's why, you know, the Bible says men fall short of the glory of God. We all fall short. That means, you know, that we all got something that we can't forgive. But in this case, it's kind of like everybody needs to forgive. Nova need to forgive Charlie and understand her perspective. Charlie need to forgive Nova, understand her perspective. Vi needs to forgive herself because clearly she thinks that all that stuff with Jimmy Dale is her fault. Hollywood needs to forgive himself for protecting his wife. You know, Micah needs to forgive or have some closure about, you know, PTSD and everything. And Blue, y'all need to treat a little bit like he's older, okay? I just don't understand. But that was your review for this week on Queen Sugar. I don't know if I'm going to do David Makes Man later on. It really confuses me a lot. I mean, I can't take my eyes off of it because it's beautifully shot, like I said. It's black people. It's I'm trying to understand the complexities of everything. But it's very confusing and hard to review because a lot of it seems like psychological. And it's like very intelligently written. Okay. So I'm Kim Ray. This is Kim Ray Music TV. Y'all do what you gotta do down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.